Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with the M.
Auntie.
Hey, okay, I got the glasses on, so I'm not trying to be cool because you see the cool background with the snow and all that stuff. It looks fly, don't it? And I got the glasses on, but I got glasses on because I had a procedure on my eyes today, so I ain't just trying to sit here and be smooth and
But they look
smiling.
good.
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
You're welcome.
thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, you got the holidays coming up, and as you know, you got to start seeing family.
Hmm.
Oh Lord. So
Don't do
we're going.
that. Don't do that. No. This is the time to smile and to rejoice. And I mean, keep it real. Like, pretty much the work you've been putting in all year should make it so that the holidays are or can be enjoyed. Did you handle those situations with your auntie? Did you create proper boundaries with people within the family so that you can enjoy your holidays? Because some of y'all don't like each other, and I know it. Some people, I'm just keep it real. It's some aunties come to the house and you're not vibing with those aunties. Uncle lets them come through the door and you like, they hit it, or your uncle's wife come through the door and your face is like, hey, you wasn't trying to see her, right? But it's okay. Let's talk about, right, how to get through the holidays. Okay,
Oh,
you didn't put in that work so that it just comes easy. Because I'm not rocking with you if I don't rock with you. I love you from afar all day. Love you
oh
from
my
afar.
God.
Pick up the phone. Hey, season's greetings. But let's not do it in the same space. So rule number one, okay, let's make some rules to this. Don't spend too much time in a place where you don't want to spend too much time at. Can we
No.
can that be the first rule of the holidays when it comes to dealing with family? Limit the
Yes.
amount of time.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God. You have to because a lot of these, as we all know, a lot of them will force you to act a certain way, not because you want to, because you almost have to. Um, because there's a lot of deep-seated issues, unresolved issues that happen.
Absolutely. It's like you said, it's deep. Y'all been not working on stuff, been letting stuff slide. You've been feeling slighted from her. She been talking slick out of her damn mouth to you since she was probably, what, 11, 12 years old. Ain't never forget that shit. Auntie, we been needing to be checked. Yeah.
It's
We
so
get
true.
but don't check your mom's sister. Don't check your father's sister. That's inappropriate. And don't do it on Thanksgiving in front of every goddamn body. Don't do that. Just limit the amount of time you have with that person in the room. Smile and be merry and move quickly away from them.
That is so damn true. And the other thing is we're looking at a time, especially when around my age, when a lot of your aunties and parents are gone, and you
Hmm.
kind of now you're now the replacement. You're now the new aunties and uncles of the family,
Yeah.
and you really have to grow and just say, you know what, we may have all unresolved issues, as you said. Let's just make this work for just for this period of time, and so we're not carrying on the madness, and the kids ain't noticing like y'all don't like each other. Because I look at it like this: if you haven't resolved it by this point, you're not gonna resolve it this year. You're probably never gonna resolve it because at some point you also deal with the reality of people don't want to deal or be
Hmm.
accountable and take ownership
Hmm.
in the fuckery that's keeping y'all separate in the first place.
Like, it's a real issue there, and it's gonna take real work and real unpacking, and it's gonna really hurt. Let's not hurt on Turkey Day. Like, no, that's not. I'm just saying we only here for a few hours, and so either you just come there for like an hour and make a plate, smile, say hello to the people that you love. Do not show up because of one or two people in the space making you feel uncomfortable. Either show up and make them feel equally as uncomfortable, and yes, I'm keeping it toxic, or I'm just saying, because I'm not showing up to my uncle's house because of some auntie or some cousin that one or two of them I'm not vibing with. I get to miss the whole family because of them. No, walk past the, hey, love on them from afar. Don't forget to love on them from afar.
Absolutely.
Keep that thing moving, because don't let you can't let people take things away from you.
No, no, because the other thing to be very clear, if nobody has learned from the pandemic, we're not, we don't know when that day is going to come when we're out of here.
Mhm.
So don't allow somebody who you don't really give a fuck about mess
Mhm.
that up, because it could be that uncle, could be the last time you see that uncle, could be the
Mhm.
last time you see anybody, and the last thing you want to say is, "Oh shit, I could have went to Thanksgiving, but I
Mhm.
didn't because that sorry ass motherfucking cousin of mine or whomever." And then
Yep.
later on, that person dies, and now you
Yep.
see that same motherfucker that you don't like at a funeral,
Yep.
not at a happy situation, but in a very sad situation. So
And you don't
don't
know why you so sad, because you didn't even realize rock with that person in the first place. But it's because
hello.
you have a good spirit, right? And you've allowed someone to take what is good in you and shift it into something else. That's why you gotta love people from afar, because it'll keep your own self peace and your own mental health in order. Like, don't hate on people, because that seeds that hate into you. No, I'm loving on everybody, even the people who don't necessarily love on me back. That's why it's from afar, because I don't need to catch your love, because I didn't need it.
No.
I didn't need it. I was here for all these other people.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely. Because again, like I said, we don't know how long we got. It's not fair to them because we got issues. We got beef. That shouldn't affect them because again, ultimately you're here for them.
You
You're here
are.
to celebrate them, to be blessed, and you have memories because again, there's a time when all that shit will end. And you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to say have regrets and I wish I should have could have because we see it all the time at funerals when somebody died. And you're like, damn, man, I haven't seen that cousin in a long time. But he had a beef with another cousin, never got a chance to see that person who died. Now they feel fucked up. And they in a lot of cases, they're even more mad at the person that didn't like.
Yeah.
Because that person stopped them from seeing the aunt, auntie, or grandfather, grandmother, whomever, because
Yep.
of that motherfucker.
You was
But
avoiding everybody.
everybody,
You
every
allowed that
goddamn
comfort.
body.
The other thing, especially about, like, I want to say that generation that's like our age, right?
Mhm.
We might show up and feel a certain type of way, or not want to come to places and feel like everybody else there is just so comfortable and just enjoying each other. But little do you know that the older generation who's there also, there's a few people there who can't stand each other, but they've also fixed their face to come together on that one day, and moving with maturity and grace, right? And
Absolutely.
they've done it so well, and they've done it for so long that you don't even notice. You don't even know.
You don't.
So you think you got something to stand on, when real life, that other auntie who across the room who smiles at everybody, you think she just like everybody. No, she got grace. And she's standing over there, and she's, willing, and she's at peace with herself, willing to greet people, serve people and love on them, whether it be close or far.
It's true. That's true. That's
Right? You
very
don't
true.
know. You don't know amongst that, especially that older generation, because they were like masters of facades, right? You never really knew who your mother was, never really knew who your like, and not to say they're like liars or anything like that, but they create really good facades. And like this generation currently, we're in that I'm keeping it real type of thing, and I don't bite my tongue for nobody.
Yep.
No, they bite their tongue. No,
Yes, they do.
no, they don't. It's not time to keep it real everywhere. Sometimes you have to put a face on. And so the holidays is not to say to disturb your peace. I'm not telling you to be fake or phony, but every um every obstacle is, we don't have to cross it in the moment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you do that, if you start with that, that's a great start. The
Hmm.
other thing that I'm going to say, and we talked about that probably in the last podcast, is do not disrespect someone's the person or their spouse based on situations you may have heard or somebody may have Facebooked you about it or I am you about it or whatever the hell they did about it. Don't don't cause rift when they don't have to be rift because that's
Let me.
between the two of
What
them
you
on some
say?
shit.
What you say? What you, this is, ah, ha, definitely the season where, you might be somebody's sister, and then your brother done called you up one day because he was in his feelings and he vented to you, sis. He vented to you about his wife and he was angry. Half the stuff was true. The other half of the stuff wasn't true. Who cares? You're not about to roll up on Thanksgiving with your face screwed up, mad at the wife for something that your brother then called you up about 3 months ago when he was mad and they was having their little spat. What are you doing? What are you what are you doing, sis? And mind you, this is always like the sister who's unmarried, who don't really have a real relationship, or just
Yep.
something weird going on in their life. Totally weird and got judgment passing on everybody. Face screwed up. Sit down and eat your damn ham and fix your face. Have a little grace. You gotta pull it out this year.
You have to
And as
because
much
again,
groceries cost, no, come together this year. We're coming together. Fix your face, get your collard greens on your plate, grab you some little turkey and some stuffing, and shut up. Yeah, yeah.
that is so true. I remember growing up, it was situations like that happen. Where, and back then we ain't had no damn, internet or cell phones or nothing like that. So it's kind of like when everybody got there, and being a kid, you walk around, you see the men gather together and talk to one uncle or somebody, and you kind of like as a kid, you could be like, "What they get together?" But it's always standing somewhere with a cup in their hand, talking to them. So you kind of get over there and boy, I heard you messing up out there. You're like, oh, what the uncle do?
Yep.
Look at you, boy, get out of the picture. Get on out of here. This is for grown folk. So you like, oh damn. And then you go up the step, all of a sudden the women talking. Listen, girl, you ain't gotta take all that from him. What you gotta do is what you doing in here? Go on and get out of here. You ain't in here. This is women stuff. You're like, oh shit. I can't go down to man stuff. I can't listen to women shit. Take your
No,
goofy ass outside.
it's called find your cousins. Find a friend, someone your age group, and start your own group. Okay,
That's true.
that's what
That's
it's
so true.
called.
And
I
that's
remember
so true.
I was at my uncle's house one day for a little party, little shindig, and me and my sister were 38 and 40, right?
Hmm.
So the guy group was like my dad's age with my uncles, my dad, and all the men that's their age, right? And then
Uh-huh.
on our spouses, they're fine with that age group, but that's not really our age group. So we're like, this is awkward. So we go find the women. That's my mom and all of that age group, and we're like, this is awkward, And then where the
Hmm.
cousins at? Well, they the baby, they the younger cousins. Me and my sister sat out on that front porch by ourselves, like, yeah, now this is our group because it's okay to define your group and the family.
Absolutely.
Everybody don't have to sit around and we're not all sitting down at no ginormous dining room table on Thanksgiving.
No.
Huddle up
No.
in your little group and enjoy your little group.
That is
Let's,
true.
um, let's be mindful to keep kids out of grown folks' conversation,
Oh my
especially
God, yes.
these
Oh, because now,
holidays.
T, that is so true. I'm going to emphasize. I wish I had could take my glasses, but I'm just going to say behind the glasses. Watch out where your goddamn kids are, because now that back in the day you had to worry. Right now, that shit could be on IG by the time you get off the table or leave the table to go look for dessert or to walk away from the table a little bit before you think about dessert. You look on your goddamn IG feed, you're like, what the fuck? They done told everybody about what the hell's going on in the house, and you're like, I didn't know they know. They know. So
That's rule number
read them out
3.
there. Rule number 3:
That's
keep your kids out of crazy shit. Don't put them in the middle of fucked up bullshit that's going on in the family. They don't
on
need
top
to know.
of
They
bullshit.
don't want to know.
Yeah,
So
it's not
it's
their
just
business.
and
It's
you know
not
what
for
happens, T? You know what happens? Once the kids that age gets involved with that fuck shit, they
hmm
start carrying on that bullshit because now it's looking at their cousin who's related to that. If the shit going on, then that cousin looks at the other cousin funny because they're like, oh shit, your mama going through that because they talk, and now all of
Yeah,
a sudden everybody start to pit. They're the worst kids since goddamn burnt bread, and now y'all got issues. Not because y'all two have issues, it's because the older motherfuckers got issues. Now they pass that trauma down to your ass, and you don't even know why you got issues. You just know
yeah,
because they told you some fuck shit, and their parents told them some fuck shit. So now y'all got beef
yeah.
for no reason at all. So keep kids with your bullshit and just go outside or go somewhere and deal with that shit. Or just don't
Send
talk to
the
each
kids
other.
away. You remember the adults don't move. The children move. Send the
Yes.
children to a safe space. Make sure they're safe. Please don't just to send anywhere, but make sure the kids have a safe place where they can, play freely, listen freely, eat freely, and also so I can, sip my tea freely
Mm-hmm.
because it's Thanksgiving and I am there and I'm gonna wrap my mama up. I'm gonna wrap my sisters up. We're talking. We ain't got nothing else to do but eat, sip, and talk.
That's
So
it.
whatever comes up, gonna come up, and no, we're pouring the tea. It's the holidays, and I had a spirit or two, and I'm gonna enjoy myself. Yeah, we're gonna
Yes.
send the kids up out of the room, the space. We're gonna also use a lower tone voice, right?
Yes. Yes.
Because that's the one thing that we also forgot about was to lower our voices when we're speaking. About stuff that the children don't need to, busy their heads with.
Absolutely. Because again, the louder you talk, the louder they talk. And after a while, everybody's talking and nobody understands a fucking word and nobody's saying because everybody's trying to scream over each other and trying to get their point across. But yet, all you hear is goddamn noise. So,
Yeah.
yes, do that. The other thing, music wise, please, please, please do not play that fuck shit that's going on today. I don't want to hear no first of
No
all,
raps.
kids. Listen,
No.
I do not want to hear no bullshit from Cardi B or Meg the Stallion with your older aunts in there, your older uncles in there playing that because they're gonna slap the fuck out of somebody. Because what the fuck are you playing with that? What that
Or
shit
they're
you
gonna
playing?
start twerking. And either way, you don't want it. Please don't have auntie trying to drop it low on Thanksgiving. Grandma have several seats. You got the cool grandma. Your grandchildren do not want to see you with your hands in the air, trying to, break them knees down to the floor and then can barely get up. Nobody wants that on Thanksgiving. Nobody's trying to call an ambulance. Nobody needs that. Yeah.
It's so true.
You
And all
already
fuck,
know.
fuck
You,
her hip.
you already know
You're
how
all
the
fucked up.
grandmas get. Hands in the air. They hit you with the yes. And you be like, what? Mom,
Exactly.
get up. And you can't stop them because, again, the spirits are flowing because, it's Thanksgiving or it's the holiday. So they didn't have a drink or two. The songs are playing. They got the younger generation out there. No, save those people from themselves, people. Please. You,
Exactly. Don't do it. Because first of all, you're having a great fucking time. They're gonna have you on TikTok and all that shit. But 2 days later, your ass be in the hospital to get your goddamn hip replaced because you don't fuck
yeah,
your hip up or threw your back out or fucked your neck up. Nobody wants to
all
do
of
that.
the above or all of the above.
Exactly. Don't do it. If the spirit hits you, sit your ass down in a chair and move your leg and move your hip. Just move it that
Mhm.
way. Don't stand, throw hands and drop it like it's hot. None of that shit.
Or
Cut
turn
that
on
shit up.
oldies but goodies because the music was a little slow. So, they want to move a little bit slower. They're not going to do too much with the oldies, but, they're going to throw their hands in the air, but the sway going to be a little bit slower. They're not going to drop down to the floor because there's no need to, right? And
That's true.
it hits them a little bit different. They got class all of a sudden, right? This
Yes,
woman moves a little classy now, right? It's
that is
no way
true.
in the world that a woman was trying to twerk on any of these oldies but goodies.
Oh
She
my
just
God.
touched the feet. Like the hip is not, it wasn't happening. It's not gonna happen.
No,
Yeah,
it's not gonna happen. You're gonna
mm-hmm,
blow our knees, blow our hips, blow our backs, and
mm-mm.
then somehow gonna have to keep taking your ass to the fucking doctor's appointment. And you're gonna blame somebody. Somebody gonna take me to the doctor. Well, auntie, you fuck told you to drop it like it's hot. Fuck told you do the, you dropping, shaking your ass like a tail feather. What the fuck? Come on now. You know you were too fucking old to do that fuck shit. Now I
Yeah,
gotta suffer for it. I gotta take you to the fucking appointments for surgery and all that shit.
yeah, for
Don't
the
do it. So
months.
watch the music. And another thing, big thing now. Please, 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 do not smoke your weed around your older relatives. Take
Right.
that shit outside. Take that shit in the car. Take that shit. Smoke before you get there, but don't smoke the weed when you're there. Please don't.
What you talk? Hold on, I need more information on this one.
Listen,
Hold
listen.
on,
We
I'm
know
gonna
this is a conversation we haven't had before because before, in previous Thanksgiving, dinners. Yeah, people get a little fucked up. They drink the
Mhm.
spirits and the wine and partake
Mhm.
all the little things. But now, since the legalization of marijuana, the
Mhm.
marijuana, the ooh wee wee, you're gonna have people. Hey, you can smoke it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have some of the young ones going to pause. Hey, it's legal. Yeah, you can go bring some with me. And you're going to walk in there, walk in the house. Now, you may smoke weed outside or in your car before you even go in the house. Just get a little buzz. Because, again, we go back to the first one. You're going to see some cousins, some people you don't fucking like. So you're going to need a little buzz to kind of
Mhm.
take the edge off
Just
of you
do it.
before you go up in there. So,
Absolutely.
so we understand. I understand. We both understand that. But walk around a little bit. Make sure you air out a little bit. Don't fucking walk in the house smelling like you just hit a motherfucking ounce and walking in the door talking, giving like, hey, what's going on? And the first thing is, baby, you smoke
Woo!
weed? Right. Well, huh?
They ain't trying to catch the contact. That's no.
Please don't do that.
I,
Don't.
I guess
Don't.
I guess the moral there is to have a little discretion. Have a little discretion. All holidays, you know, eat
Yes,
whatever. In my opinion, whatever it is that you're smoking, right? If you're a smoker and you have to step outside to smoke whatever it is that you're smoking, make sure that you're far enough from the people from the entry points, right? Because a lot of them are non-smokers, perhaps asthmatic, perhaps just have bronchitis issues, whatever respiratory nonsense people got going on that we can't help, or they just choose not to inhale this. Please do not smoke near the entryways, like right outside the front door, just because you went outside. The smoke's still wafting on the inside, right? And it doesn't matter if you're a smoker or not a smoker, right? It's still the same rules for whatever the house is. Walk a little bit away so that when an auntie comes through the door, a grandmother, or just a random guest comes through the door, they're not walking through smoke clouds, especially if it's like, the ooh wee, because that's gonna give you that's gonna linger just a little bit, just a little, and it's going, and mine's gonna hit you. It'll hit you. So yeah, walk around just a little bit, and then once it's done, whatever it is, tobacco, whatever you have, give yourself a little minute to put it out, and then yeah, air out, like let that smell soften on yourself before you re-enter. It's just respect, even if it's a home full of smokers, right?
yep.
That's just
Ex-
how you respect yourself, respect your home. So you just air yourself off just a little bit before you walk in, right back inside of a home. Um, Especially when it's mixed company in there, because you don't know what type of conditions your small children have, older relatives
Absolutely.
might come down with, yeah. And things that people are trying to get over or overcome. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to rehab for weed or nothing like that, but maybe people are like, I just don't want that around me. I'm trying to, quit doing something or just take a break from something. So yeah, don't push your scent off on other people.
No, no. And I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna add on to this. If you have to partake of it, because some people do it for other than just to use
Recreate.
it. They use
Mhm.
it for medical reasons. So if that's the case, get you some sprays that kills the scent. Or take an edible. At that point, you ain't heard but no smell. You just have to be careful because with edibles, it could get a little dicey. So you just want to make sure that you're aware of different situations that may happen if you do partake of the ooh wee. So just be mindful of that, and that goes with also. I want to add, don't drink a lot of alcohol. Just
Mhm.
because it's there, don't fucking just drink it. But
Mhm.
T. You get those motherfucking relatives who most of those motherfuckers will buy that shit, that gut rot shit. But
Mhm.
oh Lord, don't let no expense, don't let no Ace of Spades or some shit like that. Let me see some Tanqueray or some goddamn
Yeah.
20-year-old bourbon. I'm gonna partake of that
Yeah.
shit. Now you understand you never had that kind of shit in your entire life, but you ain't gonna ever buy that shit in your life. So if it's available, it's holidays, you take a sip. Now we both know brown liquor and white liquor can affect you in different ways, and a lot of people, I would hate for anybody out here, anybody, to find out that they have a real fucked up tolerance to brown liquor or white liquor because that's the first time you ever had it.
I'm about to
Because it's
somebody.
embarrassing.
It's a rule for Thanksgiving. Don't you start nothing new. If you ain't been cooking, don't you start cooking. If you ain't been drinking, don't you start drinking. And if you ain't been smoking, don't start smoking. Don't do nothing new that you have not been doing during the holiday. That's the rule. That's the rule for the
True.
holidays.
Yes,
If
please
you
don't.
if you don't
Don't.
make collard greens, guess what? Don't try today. You
No.
drink brown liquor, don't drink it today. No.
No,
Some things you
no.
gotta experiment in your own home with. Yes.
True. That's true. Cause
Yes.
and ladies and gentlemen, think about it. I'm talking about many years ago before they had phones and that type of stuff. Right now, you're going to get exposed immediately because everybody got a phone. So
Mm-hmm.
if you fuck around and start sampling brown liquor on this particular day, and now everybody's going to see the after effects of you doing that fuck shit, not just the people in your house.
Mm-hmm.
Millions and millions of people going to see the effect of that because they're going to clown you. Oh, without question, going to put your ass out there. And you don't want to be that person. You want to be the next meme. And so just be careful about those particular things that you're doing, partaking of liquor and the weed and all the other shit. So
Curriculum. That's what I'm calling
yes, 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 yes. And know your boundaries. That's
it.
another one. Know
Mm-hmm.
your boundaries. That goes on with the weed and everything else, but it also goes on with food.
Oh
What we
wow.
don't want to have happen is you're eating a certain thing or you're not used to a certain eating a certain thing. Let's say pig, pork. All
Mm-hmm.
of a sudden you're like, you know what?
And for the
Damn,
holiday. Mm-hmm.
I
I
got
got,
my pig. That look good.
yeah.
She always can cook. Let me
It's
grab
all
that damn.
spiral season. Yeah. It's ready.
Now, all of a sudden, you eat a piece of that ham. You eat, oh, I'm gonna fix me a ham sandwich. Now, mind you, you got high blood pressure. But you keep eating the fucking ham sandwich. You eat another one, and next thing you know, you're a little woozy. You're a
Mm-hmm.
little unstable. You're a little fucked up in your head. And then people ask you why. And at that moment, you say, oh shit, I got high blood pressure. It ain't like the motherfucker left and came back. You already had. He came in the door with you. You and high blood pressure came that motherfucker at the same time. So he didn't catch you, like, oh shit. I didn't know it was on me. I knew he was right there beside me. No, he was with you the whole fucking time. So now your fucking blood pressure's got up to 255 or 199. And now you're
Yeah.
like, oh Lord, not go to the hospital. Then you fucked up everybody else's time because now you didn't know your boundaries. And now I gotta take your goofy ass to the fucking hospital
Yeah.
because you're about to have a fucking stroke because you saw this beautiful ham that you shouldn't have had in the first place there to be cut. But it's there to be cut for somebody else, not you. So
Yeah.
know your boundaries.
Yeah.
What can you say?
You don't have to overeat on the holidays, and you don't have to consume the items just because it's there. Right? If
Hmm.
you know that you've been like vegetarian or trying to walk a vegan lifestyle, you don't have to stop because it's the holidays. Right? And
No.
we're eating smaller portions, right? Don't
Yes.
smaller portions just because it's the holidays. I'm always weirded out that people have like a ginormous plate on Thanksgiving. Like, what happened to your stomach on this day? Did it like grow? What happened? How did we get more food on our plate today than any other night than the whole entire year? The whole year, even Christmas, you got a regular sized plate. For some reason, Thanksgiving, it's like the most gluttonous holiday. Not in my house. I can guarantee you, not in my house. So for anybody wants to use Thanksgiving as an excuse for gluttony, you don't have to actually. You can show up on Thanksgiving and you can make a normal size plate. And why people say they normally eating more than one plate on Thanksgiving is because Thanksgiving normally starts around lunch hour, right?
Yes.
And you
Yes.
run it all the way up until the time that y'all want to leave. And so if
Absolutely.
then after an hour because it's people in the space that you really can't stand or you got another home to go to, you eat a plate there and then you take a plate to go, plate or two, because you're going to eat it later. And
Yes.
so the idea that people are eating, several plates throughout the day, that is sensible, but please let's not normalize the overeating of food on Thanksgiving. Make normal plates, normal size plates, have another plate in a few hours, let your food go down. We do not have to not be healthy or be unhealthy because it's a holiday. I don't have
Absolutely,
to
T.
pull out the lard. You know,
Oh,
you ain't got to pull out all the fat back, whatever it is weird that you. No, we've been switched over to turkey necks, and you know, you can still be a conscious chef in the kitchen. The weird part that I did notice about vegetables is which vegetable is vegetarian or vegan?
oh, really?
Like which one? Ain't no vegetable that's gonna be on the plate on the table like vegan style because you know we're catering to the vegans this year. But
Oh, shoot.
collard greens not vegan. You know, cabbage not vegan. Green beans not vegan. I mean, I don't know what vegetable would be vegan. We're gonna have to work
Wow.
with our family. But
Oh, Lord.
yeah,
But see, you ain't gonna have those huge plates though either. That's the other thing.
absolutely
You're not gonna
not.
have that, and you shouldn't have that because
Absolutely,
you T
that's weird.
very weird because you didn't eat like that the day before Thanksgiving and
Mm-mm.
2 days before that or last week. So why the fuck you gonna grab a whole plate of shit falling off the plate and walk around?
Yeah,
You come
don't do
back.
it.
It's like the goddamn buffet place. You can come back. That's why the plates are so small. They didn't tell you pile that shit up as high as you can to
Come
put a
back.
big plate on top.
You can come back and you're not that hungry and most of what you put on that plate you wasted that. So let's normalize making smaller plates and going back for another plate after you've actually tasted what's on the table because half of it is like you took a giant scoop of mac and cheese and your mother didn't even make the mac and cheese good this year. It was just
Oh,
so now you got this giant scoop of mac and cheese up on your plate and you trying to, toss it in the trash. Take small portions so that you can taste how your mothers and your aunties, real live made this food this year. Because every year is different. Sometimes the salt hand got heavy, sometimes it got weak.
absolutely. It happens.
Yeah, it
Because
does.
think about it, they don't measure shit. There's no measuring
Absolutely.
cup. When did anybody? I'm speaking to y'all. When the hell have y'all went to anybody's house, grandmother's house, and saw any measuring spoons that's used? If you look at the whole table, the counters, you'll
Mm-hmm.
see food and shit out there, but you don't see no measuring cup at all. So that means they're just winging it. Like,
Savory
yeah,
foods don't need measurements though. That's what it is. Yeah. My mother told me she measures her rice with a cup. So I go to get a cup. She says, I only use one cup. I said, well, you can't because this is way more rice than one cup, right? For a recipe of hers. This woman talking about a mug. She gonna use a mug for like a coffee mug. That's the one cup. That's not one cup. That's a mug. That's not that's not nobody's measurements. You can't you can't do that. So yeah, they don't have no measurements. So taste that food first because like you said, not to say they winging it, but it's a little winging it going.
exactly. And the other thing is we talked about boundaries. We know that a lot of people are going to have medical conditions.
Hmm.
So and a lot of us ain't gonna tell nobody you got medical conditions because it's none of their fucking business. First of
Right?
all, you find out, it's like you ain't gonna tell them. So if they offer you sweet potato and you know you're diabetic, you probably want to say, you know what? Maybe take a half of it. Because, usually you take 4 or 5 of those motherfuckers, but now you found you're a diabetic. So now you
Yeah.
can't eat 5 of them. So you may grab one or maybe a half. And if they ask you one anymore, like, what's wrong with you? You usually eat, nah, I'm good. I'm on a diet. I'm trying to get ready for next year. Since you want to tell them. Because if you tell them, that starts a whole lot of discussion you ain't fucking want to really have with them.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving about about diabetes and all the other shit. So
Yeah, they're
just
gonna harass you all year about that. Yeah. Oh,
off.
I told
Why?
you watching
Why?
you and I've been talking to and then they gonna go tell their sister, tell their uncle, tell the brother. It'll be a whole conversation. So you can't keep your medical conditions to yourself. However, you do not have to deviate or eat the way people expect you to eat, nor do you need an explanation to not do so. Right?
Absolutely.
Like, thank you
Absolutely.
is good enough. And for me, they'll always ask me if I'm watching my figure. Yeah, yes, I am. Yes, I am. With your smart ass mouth, I'll talk back. How about your cake is dry as hell and I just don't
Yeah.
eat? How about what's wrong with that? But you can't say stuff like that without hurting people's feelings. But you gonna ask me if I'm trying to watch my feelings, watch my figure. Don't like worry about my feelings. But no, I'm just smiling. No, thank you. Uh-huh. No. No, it's okay to tell people no, you don't want that dessert or you don't want this dessert or have the dessert and take, cut it down the middle. Make yourself a plate off of your little plate and take the rest home for later because you shouldn't be eating too much in one sitting.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. So there's no shame in that. And and the other thing I'll bring up, oh T. you're gonna probably have that issue soon.
Let's go. Let me hear it.
Men, young
Man,
men,
young
young
man.
men. When you bring your friend
Your lady
to
friend?
your lady friend
Okay.
to Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
please, please make sure she's presentable.
Oh my.
Make sure she ain't showing all her assets. Make
Mm-hmm.
sure all of them, because nobody wants. You don't want to have that discussion where somebody comes to you and say, "Who is that?" "Oh, that's my friend," and they pull your ass in a separate room and say, "Oh, why the hell is she dressed like that?" "Oh no, she comfortable." "No, no, no, no. Why the hell is she dressed like that?" And you gonna turn and look. That for again for guys, you gonna be like, "Oh, she covered up." Yeah, but I see how big her breasts are,
Yes.
and
I
not to
do
mention her
that.
ass. Her ass is basically
Yes.
just hanging out the damn jeans that she got on. It's just out there. Please have your mama take a look. If your mama involved, have her look at the girl once. If the young ladies don't have a mom who's not fashion conscious or don't give a shit, you have to bring her to your family. You don't
Mm-hmm.
want to spend the whole fucking dinner talking about how your girl look because your aunties and your mama and grandmama are gonna look at her crazy. Now let me tell you, your uncles, your male cousins, they ain't got no problem with her
They having a
at
blast.
all.
Just
They ain't have no problem with her at all.
enjoying the view.
They're gonna help her with her food, what she want to drink. They're gonna introduce her to everybody. Ain't worry about them. But the women,
Mm-hmm.
man, you may get a plate to go. You're gonna
Mm.
come to the front door and go walk your goofy ass at the back door with a plate, and her with a plate too, with her coat on. So
So
please, you want to be there for the whole time, please make sure she's dressed appropriately. Now, what
but
do you think about that, T?
this goes both ways, Malcolm.
Oh well, yeah, too. Uh,
We've all
ladies,
had the whole year to plan for that this day, right? And
yeah.
if we don't know each other, this is sort of like a presentation day. So if I'm bringing my man home for the first time, or if you're bringing your lady friend home for the first time, and you're not mindful, like to dress to impress, because you're certainly giving off an impression.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cannot like pretend like that's not happening. You're giving off an impression on people. Now, what you're going to impress on them, oh, that's up to y'all to choose. But absolutely, you should not come in with the super baggy jeans with your little etiquette underwear hanging up out of them. That's weird. You should not be with super cleavage hanging out. That's super weird. You know damn well them leggings with that little weird, what's that little weird thing that going between the cheeks on them
Oh, you mean
leggings?
the little
Y'all
ruffle
better not
things?
wear them shits for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna tell y'all all that right now. I don't care if you an auntie, mother, girlfriend, whatever. Them leggings is super weird and they're not for the holidays. That's a new rule, yo. That is a new rule. Those leggings, that it's like ruching in the ass cheek part, like the in the crack. What? What? To make women appear to have larger bums. And I'm just like scratching my for, for my size, it would never work. So half of the problem is that I'm jealous. And the other half is that it is so distasteful looking to me on like 9 out of 10 of the women. I'm weirded out by it. So yeah, the weird leggings, I'm not a legging type of girl. I understand that lots of people just love leggings. So I would love to say candy leggings altogether, but I know that I can't. But be careful with how you're wearing the leggings this holiday season. It's okay to put on a tunic style, sweatshirt, not sweatshirt, but sweater with those leggings. Like,
Mm-hmm.
please, y'all, please, let's cover it up. And you can still look good. You can
Oh yeah.
still let your silhouette out. I will never tell a woman to hide her silhouette because mine's always, yeah, hold on. I am who
Yeah.
I am. Like I'm coming through there. Yeah. Yeah. The sun's down, nephew's got nah, auntie's here, and it is what it is. I'm wearing what I'm wearing, but this is not my first impression, also. So
No, no. And let me
my
and T,
mama
yes,
house.
see that's true. See, and T, you know damn well if you get a young lady that looks very good, start
Hmm.
walking in the house, you're the
Hmm.
old uncles, the ones in the corner that you think they're dead or damn near fell asleep after they ate. Oh, they'll wake up.
Oh, they up.
Oh,
Oh, oh,
up, up.
something,
Mm-hmm.
something. No, she don't need shit. Lay your ass to sleep. Stop playing. Hey, girl, come put on this t-shirt because he's about to get carried away and he ain't paid you nothing. You getting free looks left and right. That's the other part that weirds me out. I don't like it.
See, and that's what that's it gonna cause a lot of friction for no
Yeah,
reason because he gonna get up and he gonna be all up in her face. That means that his wife, the aunt, is gonna be in
yeah,
there looking at his face, and
yeah.
he ain't gonna like that, and
And
none
she's
of them
gonna
gonna
look
like that.
at your face too.
Oh
Because you
yes,
know how women are. I mean, you hold a man accountable, but you also hold women accountable too. So you just gonna come up in here to any old body family, dressing like any old thing? No.
boy, no, no, you no, that is that no, that can't happen. And for the young ladies, make sure your man has a belt around his pants and the pants up above his hip. So it's not.
Yeah.
I shouldn't see his Calvin Kleins or whatever the fuck he's wearing. He need to be able to present himself in such a way. Be able to speak well. At least not keep saying, you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
because they're gonna look at him as ignorant. Then he may not be an ignorant guy. It's just maybe the way he speaks. But the older people gonna look at him as ignorant, and they're gonna ask, they be chasing you around the house the whole fucking night. Why are you with him? What does he bring to the table? Do he got a job? How many kids he got? Eh, So make sure he's presentable and so that you can have a nice, peaceful night and be able to take some beautiful pictures and be able to come back again and not be the topic of conversation until the next time they see you. Because you'll never let that shit down until they see you again, either with that dude cleaned up or a different dude who's cleaner. So please don't do that. Whatever you do, just make sure you have that conversation. And if you gotta lay his clothes out for him, lay his fucking clothes out for him. So you ain't gotta go through no bullshit. Cause
And
you know.
fellas, if you gotta lay her clothes out for her,
No, well, no, well,
like,
well. See, the thing is, we just got to tell her we're going to see some
since
older
we lay
people.
clothes out and whatnot, since we laying clothes out, shoot,
Oh
but
Lord.
I think that and like today's society, we forget that it's okay to actively impress someone, right?
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
okay to show up and to speak and use my words a little more I guess eloquently than I would with my girlfriends and when I'm just hanging out in the car with my boyfriend, right?
Hmm.
It's okay to clean it up for the day as we're presenting ourselves to the first time to people that we don't know,
Hmm.
whether it be the male or the female in the situation. Just be mindful that it actually is okay to impress that family who's who is actually passing judgment on you. I think that's important.
Oh yeah, because T, the first thing you don't know nothing about her. The first time you look at her or him,
Hmm.
it's an impression.
Hmm.
So make sure that you dress to impress.
Hmm.
Because again, if you're bringing them to you meet your family, they're gonna be around for a while. They're not just somebody that's just gonna pass through the night. They're actually a part of your life. So
Hmm.
you want to present that you're not just out there just picking up any old Tom, Dick, and Harry or Joan, and Helen,
Yep.
because they're gonna look at that and say, if this is the best she dressed when it's the first time she's seen us,
Hmm.
how the fuck does she dress when she's out here in public? Or how does he dress when he's out there in public?
And discretion, back to what we were just speaking about as far as those extracurriculars are concerned. If you're super young and you can be of the legal drinking age, but you're there to impress someone's family, it's okay to like totally limit or not engage at all, right? If you're
Absolutely.
bringing your guy over to meet your dad, the uncles, your family, and your guy is a smoker perhaps, and your family is not, it's okay if y'all only show up there for like 30 minutes, 1 hour, and have him to not smoke that occasion. Not to say that you're not keeping it real, but it's just discretion. This is not
Abs-
the time for it, perhaps, right? If
yes.
offered and it's like a peace offering, it's the holidays, your father's down, whatever, go with the flow type of thing. But if you know that your woman enjoys a good drink, she loves a good margarita, she could throw them back, she loves five or six of them. No, babe, just can we just do one while we at my mom's house, for the hour, and then when we leave up out of there, we'll kind of do what we normally do. But when we go to impress families, it's okay to limit those extracurriculars, especially for those first impressions.
Oh,
Nobody see a new girlfriend getting drunk on Thanksgiving.
Oh no, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that at all. And the other thing about impressing people, if you if they're talking on a subject you don't know nothing about, stay quiet.
Hmm. Or ask
Because
questions about stuff you don't know. Say, "Oh no, I don't
absolutely,
do that. Tell me more.
absolutely,
Tell me more."
absolutely. That's what that
Yeah,
will gain you more points than anything. Because
yeah.
what everybody hates is a dumb motherfucker who don't know he's a dumb motherfucker jumping in a conversation that we all know now that you're a dumb motherfucker. And now we're just gonna sit back and say, "Oh, this motherfucker he's just gonna talk just to hear himself talk." So
Hmm.
we're gonna keep digging that hole deeper and deeper, and then when time comes, we're gonna tell whoever brought you, it's a dumb motherfucker,
Hmm.
and they're gonna say why, and they're gonna start, and we're gonna lay it out for you. We're not gonna be him and hum. We're gonna lay out. We talked about this, and he just jumped in there totally wrong.
Hmm.
He done better, like you said, T.
Hmm.
You know what? I never heard that before. Can you inform me? Can you tell me a little bit more about that? So
Yeah.
now he can make a decision based on not that he knows about it, but he at least can say, well, based on what I heard, this is what I would think. Now he can have a general conversation about it, but he knows that later on he's gonna have to probably, if he's gonna be around for a while, you probably need to learn about this because we had general conversations like this. But don't try and impress people. If you don't know shit, you don't know shit. Because that's not the time to show people that you're the smartest person in the room. We don't even want to know that. We
And
just
don't be somebody's yes person just because you don't know them. You don't have to be their yes person. No, I do not like
absolutely.
that. No, I'm not familiar with that. Tell me a little bit more. Oh, I've never seen that. Why don't
Yeah,
you share that with me? It's
absolutely.
okay.
It really is. It really, really is. And again, bring out your best who you are. And not saying be phony, but bring out the best who you are. Whatever that is. Just bring the best. Don't be
Yep.
fake, but just be the best you can be. Because then we like somebody who's showing me exactly who they are. A
Yeah.
fake person, I got nothing for you. Because now I'm gonna think everything you say is fake. Because
Mm-hmm.
you started off being fake and you continue being fake, but you may be nervous or whatever. We don't even care. Just be who you are, and then just read
Be
the
your
room.
best version of yourself. Yeah.
That's it. That's all you need to do, and you'll have a wonderful holiday and your wonderful time, and we'll think highly of you. We'll
Hmm.
talk highly about, oh, that's a nice person and all that. We would love that. People,
Yep.
we would love you, and we will embrace you. Next time we see you, we'll remember your name. We won't just
Hmm.
say, who that boy? Who that
No,
girl? Oh
that's
well,
exactly what I do.
but T, the uncle's gonna always remember the girl. Oh, I remember you. Ah,
They're not gonna remember her name. Oh, what's that girl name again? Yeah, nah, they ain't gonna remember her name, but they gonna remember her face though.
I remember that ass anyway. God damn, I remember that ass. I remember that from.
Mm,
This man got Alzheimer's and goddamn dementia, but do you remember that? I remember that ass. It was like 3:30 on Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving. I just finished eating. I had a pie about to eat. Then that ass came in and boom. I can never forget that shit.
wow. No, they will though. They will.
It definitely will. Oh my God. So, we just wanted to, this is a special, podcast. We want to just go ahead and lay out some things for you guys to look out for and take it and keep rewinding because you're going to keep using it and keep passing it on to people because we want y'all to enjoy the holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to make sure that we don't let toxic relationships, bad situations between family members, any of that issue to disrupt a beautiful holiday season. So listen to us. We went through many of them. We've
Mm-hmm.
we've we've seen some things. Whoo, I can't even mention. I'll probably get sued if I mention it on this podcast. But it's just I don't want y'all to go through this. We don't want y'all to go through this. So T, what's your final words to the fam
I
out
hold
there?
on. Before we have a final recap, did we even mention about how people want to feel about loved ones who are not there? Don't be
Oh yeah.
when
Okay, let's bring that up. Yep,
crying,
let's bring that up. Yep.
sad face
Oh
about the loved one who they're not there this year. That's
yeah.
actually not fair to either one of y'all. I'm not
No,
telling you to forget grandma.
no,
Don't you
no.
forget your auntie. Don't you forget your uncle. But auntie and uncle and grandma and sisters and whoever are not physically here,
Yep.
holidays are the time where we welcome them back into our hearts and really recall, the things that make us all family. And you sit
Yes.
back and you reminisce and you laugh and you take pictures and you realize how much the aunties look like the grandmother, you know, how much the dad looked like his brother, how much, grandpa, dad looking like grandpa. That's the time
Oh,
sit back and reflect and see the newest niece in the family look just like the grandmother who just passed away, and it will literally lighten your spirit and your soul that you think it was going to come through that door super heavy. Let it
yeah.
go and embrace life and enjoy the life that is here.
Oh, that is so true, T. That is very true. And guys, you have to go back and understand that you being here to enjoy this holiday and all the holidays, you really are an extension of everyone who has passed on, everyone has made that transition. So they wouldn't want you to sit here and mourn. Yeah, you're gonna miss them, but they
Mhm.
want you to carry on. They
Yep.
want you to carry their spirits on because by carrying their spirits on, they live forever. So
Abs-
just make sure that you talk about the story. You show the pictures. You bring the next generation into what you lived because that's the only thing you have now is pictures and memories, and you want
mhm.
to be able to pass it on so those kids like wow that was a great person and I wish I had got to see her. And in actuality, people they are seeing it through you.
Absolutely.
So carry yourself in such a way that their memory will always live long
Hmm.
after every holiday after you're gone. Your kids be able to have the same conversation about you and about your relative who has passed on, and that's the beauty of
Left
this
that
the holiday
left that
season.
stuffing recipe with y'all. Left that gravy recipe, that gravy technique with y'all. You know, those ancestors gonna be coming through during the holidays. Taught you how to scrub them pans, baby. You know, the people who have left, they have not left all the way.
Nope.
The spirit is still there and it is definitely carrying through all of us and all of our movements. So people come together, enjoy each other. Look at the small faces. Some people have small families. They might have one or two kids there. They might not have any kids there. So what? Y'all keep showing up for each other, smiling with each other, and just holding on to what we have presently. Large families, y'all better watch y'all attitudes and respect each other because shit gets real with the big families come together.
You
Okay?
know that.
There's a lot of moving pieces with those big families. Find your cliques that you enjoy, but love everybody there from afar. Sorry. Everybody, you can't love them all close.
Nope.
Can't love them all close, but
Nope.
love everybody in that building at least from afar. And how it's going to make you feel is going to empower you.
Oh my God. T,
Hmm.
as again, you got this shit down to a science. You can wrap everything up. You got the Christmas bowl and ain't even Christmas yet. That's beautiful, but it's gonna be Christmas soon. So people, enjoy. Just enjoy the holiday season. Just enjoy the people, and just be blessed that you're here to even enjoy another holiday season. And with that, I'm gonna end this episode of On the Mic with the M.
Auntie,
Listen, you know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell so you can get all the latest, greatest episodes that's coming up. And I want to thank everybody, all of the new subscribers, all the new everything. We're up to almost 90, well, over 90,000 views on
beautiful.
on the site and on the website and on the podcast. So I want to thank you guys. And again, until we see you again, have a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, all that stuff. We'll talk to you real soon. Until then, peace and blessings.